Welcome back to Timely Tales and the final day of our Viking week. If you've been following along, thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of the Norse. And if you're just tuning in, don't worry, you're in for a treat. For our grand finale, we're unraveling one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries, the disappearance of the Greenland Vikings. How did an entire community, once thriving in one of the harshest environments on Earth, vanish completely? Our story begins over 1,000 years ago. In the late 10th century, Eric the Red was exiled from Iceland and set sail westward. What he found was a vast, icy land that he optimistically named Greenland to attract settlers. It worked. Hundreds of Norsemen followed him, and they established two major settlements, the Eastern Settlement and the Western Settlement. The Greenland Vikings adapted to their new home with remarkable ingenuity. They farmed barley, raised livestock, and hunted seals. They even traded walrus ivory with Europe, building a robust economy despite their remote location. By the 13th century, Greenland's Norse population reached its peak, estimated at around 5,000 people. But this prosperity wouldn't last. By the 1400s, the Western settlement was abandoned, and the Eastern settlement was close behind. What went wrong? Several factors began to chip away at the Greenland Vikings' way of life. One major culprit, the Little Ice Age. This period of global cooling began in the late 13th century, making Greenland's already harsh environment even more unforgiving. With shorter growing seasons and harsher winters, farming became nearly impossible. Archaeological evidence, like ice core samples, reveals just how dramatically the climate shifted during this time. But climate change wasn't the only challenge the Greenland Vikings faced. Historians and archaeologists have pieced together several theories to explain the mysterious disappearance of the Greenland Vikings. As we mentioned, climate change, particularly the onset of the Little Ice Age, made survival increasingly difficult as colder temperatures shortened growing seasons and harsh winters took their toll. In addition, the Vikings' reliance on limited resources like wood and pastureland may have led to environmental degradation, further straining their ability to sustain themselves. Isolation played a role as well. When the Black Death ravaged Europe in the mid-14th century, it could have severed critical trade routes that once brought essential goods to Greenland. Tensions may have also risen with the Inuit peoples who arrived in the region around the same time. Though some evidence points to peaceful trade, there are hints of conflict between the two groups. Lastly, it's possible that the Greenland Vikings simply chose to abandon their settlements, either migrating back to Iceland or even venturing farther west to North America, where their legacy might have continued in unknown ways. Excavations of Viking sites in Greenland reveal signs of malnutrition and dwindling resources, but no single piece of evidence provides a definitive answer. It's a puzzle historians are still trying to solve. What must it have been like in those final days? Were the settlers clinging to hope, or did they know the end was near? Did they leave willingly, or were they forced to abandon everything they'd built? These are questions we may never fully answer, but they remind us of the resilience and the vulnerability of the Greenland Vikings. Today, the ruins of Viking farms and churches stand as silent witnesses to their story. The Greenland Vikings pushed the boundaries of human settlement farther than anyone had before, carving out a life in one of the harshest places on Earth. Though their disappearance remains a mystery, their courage and ingenuity continue to inspire. And that wraps up Viking Week here on Timely Tales. We've loved sharing these stories of exploration, resilience, and mystery with you. If you enjoyed this series, give us a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another journey into the past. What do you think happened to the Greenland Vikings? Leave your theories in the comments below. Thanks for stopping by Timely Tales. Let's dive into history one story at a time.